What's going on, guys? Cadiz Norford, aka Mr. Hit the Kick Sweat here with My Muscle Motivation. We're gonna be going through a nice brief rack workout today, tearing up the rhomboid lower mid trap, getting the rotator cuff, some of everything on the posterior kinetic chain. Let's see if you like the superset. All right, guys, Cadiz Norford here. First superset we're gonna be utilizing, we're gonna go lateral abduction to warm the shoulders up. We're gonna go for the 90-degree isometric position with the flatbed row, utilizing a different grip. So if you see this grip, if you have this grip near and dear in your gym, grab this puppy. It's a lot more better. It allows for you to really focus on that activation when you go for the peak of that contraction. First exercise. Go over the lateral raise, big chest, keep the feet shoulder hip width apart. We're gonna retract those shoulders on the raise. We just need shoulder height with the wrist. Nothing more, nothing more. Just shoulder height. Nice deep inhale, nice deep exhale. Now as I'm going for that raise, I'm retracting my shoulders, but I'm still going for the range. Still reaching out there to work that functional mobility. Real good repetitions of 15 to warm them up. You can see that anterior deltoid lateral abduction work. All right, guys, we just finished the lateral abduction, so we're gonna go for that 90 isometric position for the row, okay? So most important thing is we're gonna make sure the flatbed is at the center of the grip. We're gonna lock the knees 90 degrees, big chest up and through. Most important thing, bring that cowboy here, big chest, retract those shoulders. Bring the plates right to the center of that chest. Nice deep inhale, nice deep exhale. Moderate weight, high repetition. All right, guys, Cadiz Norford. Okay, so we just got done with the first superset, with the lateral abduction with the 90-degree position with the isometric contraction, sitting the weight in the heels, working the row in the flatbed. Now what we're gonna do, we're gonna hit the anterior raise, isolating them in single arm, get the pectoralis major, pectoralis minor, as well as that anterior deltoid, supersetting them with a dip, maximizing that full total body contraction. Let me show you. High bone up. And we're rolling. 2, 3, get chest all the way up and through. Don't let that chest cave in. You don't want that chest to drop in. You want to keep them up. Neutral spine all the way through. Weight in those palms. Anchor the elbows close to the side. Second round superset, just got done with the dips. Now we're gonna hit the single arm anterior raise. Getting that deltoid, getting the pectoralis major. So we're gonna start in the hip pocket. All right, keeping that dumbbell in the hip pocket. Keep the feet slightly wider, shoulder hip width. Raising them in the path of the shoulder. Maintain a neutral spine. Engage the core. Nice deep inhale, nice deep exhale on the raise. You want to retract that shoulder. I like to keep the arms nice and straight. If you want to modify, you can bend that elbow on the raise a little bit. I'd keep the arms straight. Focuses the tension in that joint. Forces to connect the tissue to work. Keep yourself grounded. Maintain your position. Call this robotic movement. Mannequin pose. Third round superset. We're gonna have the flat back. Working the row, we're gonna superset them with a TRX pull-up variation. First exercise. And the feet slightly wider than shoulder hip width. Wrist in the path of the shoulder. We're gonna load the weight up first with the legs so we can catch that weight, get familiar with them. Slight bend in the knee. We're pulling them through. Pulling them through. Let's change that grip. Let's see if I can get away with changing the grip. All right, team. Mr. Hit the Kicks right here. Third round superset, just got with the flat bed row. We're gonna go with the pull-up TRX variation, okay? It's gonna look. Wanna get right underneath them, okay? Wanna get right underneath them. First off, make sure your handles are nice and even on your measurements. See how the tail's different, but the handles are leveled? Be smart. Now, we want to get underneath. The more parallel you are to the floor, the more the progression. The more the incline, the more the modification. So I want full progression for me. We're gonna go full progression, right underneath. Now, we're gonna hold that 90-degree isometric contraction. Booyah. Rolling them right up and through. "90-degree isometric contraction on the side." I'm gonna get underneath here. Let's try to turn on me.
Why they sleeping, why they snooze on me? I was seizing opportunity. Now they don't know what to do with me.
Sweat's nice and drippery. Nice and drippery. So, that was a 3rd round superset, right? So we're gonna do, as you can see on that TRX, it's trying to act a little annoying on that one. Doesn't matter. You gotta make do. Where there's a will, there's gonna be a way. You must find a way. No excuses, no regrets. We're going over to the T-bar. All right, going for the T-bar. Now what the T-bar is gonna do, it's gonna help with the lumbar, the thoracolumbar connective tissue within, as well as the connective tissue within the vertebrae. It's gonna strengthen those muscles to help really guard that spine. So we're gonna go without the weight first. Now depending on your height, I like to make sure that T-bar is right in front of me. Yes, I nicknamed them T-bar. Now, interlace the fingers, center chest. Slowly lower, making sure the ankles are anchored to the back. Engage. Retract those shoulders. You can extend the arms as well. Engage. Track those shoulders right down towards the peak on that raise. Keep that chin, neutral spine. Don't drop that chin on the chest. It's prudent for you to be able to work that engagement. Yes, I can feel it in my quadratus lumborum, my latissimus dorsi. When you go for the peak, don't you let those glutes relax. You gotta wake those glutes up too as well. Nice deep inhale. All right, the 4th round superset just got done with the T-bar back extension. Now we're gonna go for the isometric single arm row. Working the dumbbells. Now this is a 70-pound dumbbell, okay? I have busted my rear end to make sure I can be able to rep these puppies 15 to 20 repetitions. So if you can't do it, be smart. Work the endurance first, work the repetitions, build that endurance, then try to challenge yourself later on. Now we're gonna start with the dumbbell in the right hand. Right foot's gonna be our placement ground mat. Right hand in the dumbbell, left hand is gonna be placed right on the bench. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna bring that foot out slightly wider in the path of the shoulder so I have a little bit more stabilization. We're rolling that elbow to the fork of the wrist. Nice deep inhale, nice deep exhale. Tabletop back all the way through.
They was sleeping, they was snooze on me.
Nice deep
I was dreaming
inhale,
about food to eat.
exhale. Prudent, keep the elbow tight to the fork of the ribs.
I was seizing opportunity. Now they don't know what to do.
Going to the other side.
I keep going hard like I'm in puberty. Rebellious in my
Oh yeah. 4 rounds of superset. Sweat's dripping. More we go, the more that blood flow. 5th round now. We're gonna go with the reverse anterior raise, working those deltoids, working the rotator cuff, the lower mid trap, the rhomboid, and a little bit of the levator scapulae behind the head and neck. Depending on where you put your chin at. Gotta keep that chin in neutral position. You don't wanna protrude it forward, keep it retracted. So you can really work that squeeze. Here we go. Now, let me slide my little tail right on in here. Now what we want, wrist in the path of the shoulder. Load up with the legs first. I'm loaded with the legs. This is nothing. Easy peasy. Elbow, shoulder height. This is nothing. Nice deep inhale, nice deep exhale. Let me change my grip. Go a little bit more medial.
I was dreaming about food to eat. Why they sleeping, why they snoozed on me? I was seizing opportunity.
So, 5th round superset. Just got done with the Smith machine, the anterior raise. Now we're gonna go with the reverse fly. Come over and check the weight out really quick. Come look at the weight. Quality over quantity each and every single time. Now, obviously, it can go way higher than that. But guess what? We're working on technique. It's quality, man. We're building definition muscle, defined muscle, lean muscle mass. So we want sitting them, locking them on in. We're gonna bring that chin right to the bench. Let me clear really quick. Here we go. Engage, retract. Big chest all the way through. Retract. Nice deep inhale. Nice deep exhale. Now the goal is to squeeze the scapula together. Both those shoulder blades to meet each other at that medial point. Those hip flexors underneath ya. Booyah. Here to work. All right, that was the 5 rounds. We're gonna sneak in a little bonus one in there, all right? Now, we're at 70, we're gonna drop them to 55. Soy! Now, what we're gonna do, let me get them on there, ain't trying to sneak out on me. Now we're gonna isolate them. We're going by 5 repetition increments each and every single time. How's it gonna look? Same exact postural. Retract those shoulders. We're gonna bring the machine slightly wider than shoulder width apart, okay? That way we can lock the scapula in contraction. Single arm to the right. 1, 2, retract them. 3, 4, 5. Bring them slightly outside the path of the shoulder. Lock that shoulder blade in. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Slightly outside the path of the shoulder, and we're cranking. Here we go. Kick him out there. 5. All right, guys. Khadis Norford, aka Mr. Hit the Kick Sweat, bringing the neighborhood kicking like we know how. 5 rounds of supersets for the back, working the posterior kinetic chain. Started with the shoulders to warm them up, as always, because the rotator cuff is your upper body stabilized. Now, all I'm trying to do is let me catch my breath. Anyways, if you enjoyed the supersets, don't forget to tag me on Instagram, My Muscle Motivation. Don't forget to ring the bell for each and every single time I post this content. You get that notification. Last but not least, don't forget to subscribe, guys. Become a part of the family. Let me know your challenges. Let me know more tips and tricks that you would like to see. As always, Mr. Hit the Kick Sweat, My Muscle Motivation. See?